Another great idea, got a piece of paper here, we'll fold it in half. But if you have some paint, this is a great exercise too. It's basically the same thing that we just did with the pencil. I like to tape off paper sometimes when I'm working on it, just because when you put some paint on the paper, it's nice to be able to remove it and get a fairly clean edge, so that's fun. All right, so now I'm going to fold this paper back in half, put a little paper towel under it, and I'm just going to cover this with some yellow ochre. So get some yellow ochre on it. And then on this other side, keep it on there, we go with some yellow. So I'm going to wash this brush off and get some yellow. Okay, so now we have some yellow. I'll put that down here, maybe. Again, this is just an exercise. This is an exercise in learning to see. It's not meant to be a masterpiece. And in a lot of ways, that can be really helpful because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves sometimes as artists to make things that, you know, we want to make. We want masterpieces in our lives. Okay. I mean, it's already amazing. It's a Rothko. Whoop. All right. So now I've got these two things, and in the same way that I was going to, in the same way that I made a shape with the pencil, I'm going to make a shape with paint. And again, it doesn't matter what it is. Going to connect it to its yellow over there. I think that looks fine. But here's the thing. On this side, instead of painting the yellow ochre to match the shape, we're going to match the shape in reverse. This is how we kind of discover the negative shape. So after you've tried that last exercise, see if you can do this one. Now remember, same rules apply here. Look at this distance here. So, okay, it's about that much distance. And then it cuts in here. How far? About like that far. And then it goes like so. And it goes like so. And around we come, meeting at the center. Bop, bop, bop. Right? And now we've got this little space. How far is that? It's like this. So here's what I'm doing. Here's what's different about this mark to this mark. This mark was created positively. We made this yellow brush mark on top. Now we're doing the same thing, but we're looking for the negative spaces, the parts that are left over. And having an understanding of this negative and positive relationship and being able to switch back and forth is a really huge part of being able to see without bias. Instead of saying, this is the shape, this is what we're doing, the negative or the positive can be the shape. You just start to see them more in the abstract. So you're training your mind to see the world and the things in it in the abstract. And that's really helpful when you're looking at things realistically or in the abstract. Ta-da! Kind of fun, huh? It looks a little bit like a face. I don't want it to look like a face, so we'll go with that. Okay, so I've let it cure up a little bit. It's still pretty wet, but I just, this is just fun. This is pretty heavy paper on my sketchbook. It's probably 100 pound, so that makes it a little easier. Thinner sketchbook paper doesn't take tape quite as well. And obviously, you know, on a scribble like this, maybe you don't need to have tape. But look at that. Isn't that satisfying? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what. And then if you pull on it, pull not toward the paint, but away from it and down, really focusing on that corner right there. Oh, look at that. That is clean. Very satisfying. Oh, it's hooked onto this next piece here. All the better to pull it away. All right.